Let me guess how your story goes. You have been studying English for years, sometimes in a course, sometimes with an app, sometimes with videos. You know grammar rules. You recognize a lot of words. You even understand a good part when you watch something with subtitles. But when it is time to speak or to use English in real life, you feel blocked. Your brain goes blank. You translate in your head. You feel slow, insecure, embarrassed. And deep down, you carry a heavy thought. I have spent so much time on this, but English is still not really part of my life. Today, I want to talk to you not about studying English, but about a different idea. Making English part of your life. Not as a school subject, not as a monster to fear, but as a daily space where you think, feel, and express yourself. By the way, if you enjoy using English to grow your mind and your confidence, you can subscribe and keep these reflections close to your routine. Let us begin. First, what does it mean to make English part of your life? Think about your first language. You use it to send messages, complain, make jokes. Say, I am tired. Say, I love you. Ask, what time are we meeting? You do not study your first language. You live in it. When English is only a thing you study in artificial situations, your brain keeps it in a separate box. English class. English time. Outside that box, your life happens in your native language. To make English part of your life is to open that box and let English enter your real day. What you actually do. What you actually feel. What you actually think. Not perfect, not beautiful, just real. Why is this so important? Because your brain learns language through repeated, meaningful contact, not only through explanation. You need a relationship with English, not only information about English. Now let us make this practical. I want to give you a simple structure and many examples that you can start using today. We will look at 4 areas: your mornings, your days, your connections, your mind. And in each area, I will give you phrases that you can actually use. First area, mornings in English. Your mornings have a special power. They set the tone for your whole day. If the first moment of contact with English is only later, when you are already tired, it is easier to skip. So let us bring a small dose of English to the beginning of your day. You do not need an hour. You can start with 5 minutes. One idea. Morning check-in with yourself. Right after you wake up, you can say out loud or write in a notebook 3 simple sentences in English. For example, today I feel a bit tired, but I'm curious about this day. Today, I am excited because I am going to meet a friend after work. Today I feel anxious, and I want to be gentle with myself. Notice something. These sentences are not from a textbook. They are about your real life. Other examples you can rotate. Today my energy is low, but I will do my best. Today I want to focus on one thing at a time. Today I want to practice speaking English without judging every mistake. If this feels difficult, you can use simple structures. I feel, I want, I need, I am going to. For example, I feel sleepy. I feel stressed about my job. I feel happy because it is Friday. I want more time for myself. I want to improve my pronunciation. I want to read more in English. I need a coffee. I need a break. I need to send an email today. I am going to the gym. I am going to visit my parents. I am going to study for 30 minutes. You can also put a short phrase on your wall or phone lock screen. For example, One step at a time. I am learning. I do not need to be perfect. Small daily practice is powerful. When you see it, read it in English, not just as decoration. This way, English appears before the rest of the world enters your mind. Second area, your day in English. People think they need big blocks of time to study. But what you really need is many small contacts throughout the day. Think of English like brushing your teeth. Short, regular moments are better than a big session once a week. Let us look at some concrete ways to bring English into your day. 1. Use English with objects and actions. When you do something simple, name it in English in your mind or out loud. For example, in the kitchen, I am making coffee. I am washing the dishes. I am cutting tomatoes. I am cooking rice. On the way to work, I am waiting for the bus. I am driving to work. I am walking to the station. There is a lot of traffic today. At work or study, I am answering emails. I am in a meeting. I am taking a break. I am finishing this report. At home, I am cleaning my room. I am watching a series. I am doing the laundry. I am going to bed. You already talk to yourself in your language. You can start doing part of that in English. 2. Use English for mini notes and lists. Your to-do list can become an English practice. Instead of writing in your own language, write in English. Pay the electricity bill. Send the assignment. Other examples. Call my mother. Book the dentist appointment. Check the flight details. Study English for 20 minutes. You are not inventing extra work. You're just changing the language of what you already do. 3. Use English in your phone. You can change your phone language to English if that feels comfortable. If not, you can at least change playlist names, folders, and reminders. Examples. Playlist names. Morning focus. Relaxing evening. Workout energy. Folder names. Important documents. Photos from trips. Work stuff. Reminders. Drink water. Stand up and stretch. Take a deep breath. Again, these are micro contacts that slowly make English a normal part of your environment. 4. Short interactions with content. Instead of scrolling mindlessly, choose 1 or 2 things in English that actually interest you. A short video, a post, a comment. And when you watch or read, pause sometimes and say, "Let me repeat this sentence. Let me try to say this with my own words." For example, you hear, "I am trying to figure things out." You can repeat, "I am trying to figure things out." Then adapt. "I am trying to figure my life out." "I am trying to figure this problem out." Third area, your connections in English. Language is not only for consuming content, it is for connection. If English is only something you do alone with books and videos, your progress will be limited. You need moments where English leaves your head and enters the world. Let us see some ways to do this even if you are shy. 1. Talk to yourself. Before you say, "I have nobody to practice with," remember that you are always with yourself. You can practice speaking even when you are alone. For example, at the end of the day, you can summarize your day out loud. You can say, "Today was a long day. I woke up late because I did not sleep well. Work was stressful, but I finished an important task. In the evening, I watched a video in English and I am talking now to practice speaking." It does not need to be beautiful. It just needs to be honest. You can also practice typical daily phrases you might use with other people. For example, in a work context, "Good morning, how are you today?" "Can we talk about this later?" "Sorry, I did not understand. Can you repeat that?" "Give me a minute, I'm checking the information." "Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it." In a social context, "Hey, what have you been up to? How was your weekend?" "I loved that movie too. I am a bit tired today, but I am happy to be here. Let us grab a coffee sometime." You can stand in front of a mirror and say these sentences. Your mouth, your tongue, and your brain need this physical practice. 2. Use English in messages. If you have any friends who also want to improve their English, you can make a small agreement. For 5 minutes a day, we only send messages in English. These messages can be simple. "Good morning, how are you feeling today?" "I am dying of sleep." "I am so busy, I need 3 copies of myself." "I am drinking coffee number 3 already." "I watched a cool video today about distraction." If you do not have friends who want to do this, you can still send messages to yourself. For example, on a messaging app, create a chat with just you. You can send voice messages in English talking about your day. You can write short updates. "Right now, I am on the bus and I am practicing English instead of scrolling." "I am nervous about tomorrow, but I know I am doing my best." 3. Say small things in English in your daily life. If you live with someone who understands basic English, you can add tiny phrases. For example, "Coffee time." "I am so hungry." "I need a hug." "Today was crazy." "I am done. I am going to sleep." You do not need to switch to full conversations. These tiny bridges make English less distant. 4th area, your mind in English. The deepest way to make English part of your life is to use it not only for actions, but for thinking and feeling. You will not think in English all the time. That is not necessary. But you can create pockets of time where your internal voice uses English on purpose. 1. Ask yourself questions in English. During the day, you can pause and ask, "What am I feeling right now?" Then you try to answer in English. "I am feeling a bit frustrated because my plan did not work." "I am feeling peaceful because I finished my tasks." "I am feeling confused about what I want next." You can also ask, "What do I need right now?" and answer, "I need a short break." "I need to drink water." "I need to move my body." "I need to focus on one thing." 2. Journal in English. You do not need to write pages. You can write 3 lines per day. For example, you can use these prompts. "Today, I am grateful for." "Today was difficult because." "Today, I learned that." "Today, I realized that." And you finish the sentence. Examples. "Today, I am grateful for my health and my bed." "Today was difficult because I had too many things to do." "Today, I learned that I can focus for 20 minutes without my phone." "Today, I realized that I judge my English much more than other people do." This kind of writing helps you process life while practicing English. 3. Use English for self-talk. We all talk to ourselves, sometimes in a negative way. "I am so stupid. I will never learn this. My English is terrible." Try to practice different sentences in English to support yourself. For example, "It is okay to make mistakes. I am learning." "I do not need to be perfect to be understood." Small practice every day is better than a big study marathon once a month. "I am doing something difficult and I am proud of myself." These sentences are not only practice for your English, they are practice for your self-kindness. Now let us talk about a big fear, the fear of speaking wrong. Many learners think, when my English is better, then I will start using it in my life. But it works the other way. You start using it in your life with mistakes, and exactly that makes your English better. Think of how children learn. They say things like, I go to the park. The grammar is wrong, but everybody understands. They keep speaking. Their brain receives corrections, and slowly they say, I went to the park. You are allowed to be a child in English for a while. You can say things like, yesterday I go to the gym. Is it correct? No. Is it understandable? Yes. Is it better than being silent? Absolutely. Over time, as English becomes part of your daily reality, you will notice details, adjust, and improve. But if you wait for a perfect version of yourself before opening your mouth, you will stay stuck. So here is a small mindset shift. Instead of, I am bad at English, think, I am in the middle of my English story. Instead of, my English is not natural, think, my English is growing roots in my real life. To finish, let us imagine your days a few months from now if you actually apply some of this. You wake up and say in English, today I feel nervous, but I'm ready to try again. You prepare breakfast and think, I am making coffee. I am cutting bread. On the bus, you watch a short video in English and repeat a few sentences. At work, your to-do list is in English. Answer emails. Finish presentation. In the afternoon, you send a voice message to yourself. I am so tired today, but I am proud that I did not give up on my English. At night, you write 3 lines. Today, I felt insecure in a meeting, but I spoke 1 sentence in English and I survived. You go to bed thinking, I am living a little bit more in English every day. Is this perfect? No. Is this enough to transform your relationship with the language over time? Yes. English stops being a school subject or a distant dream. It becomes a tool in your hands, present in your mornings, your messages, your thoughts, your jokes, your frustrations, your gratitude. You deserve that. Not because English is magic, but because having another language as part of your life opens doors, inner and outer, and lets you meet more versions of yourself.